They're already into reserve time. Not what I was expecting to see.
Oh, it's not like they didn't have long enough to think about it, right?
I know, seriously. I'm a little shocked
Hopefully
here.
it's a closer series than the previous one, though.
Yeah, it should be a much more interesting one. So it looks like they're trying to formulate their whole strategy here. A lone druid band, maybe even a little bit different, perhaps. So just trying to avoid those rather destructive 2-3 picks. I can respect taking some time then if that's what you're going for.
Sometimes people are just like, doing things, talking about off-topic stuff, or they're talking about something later in the draft and they just don't realize that crap, I needed to bet a hero. This stuff happens.
Reserve time.
I
Well,
have
we'll see.
definitely done worse.
Oh, jeez, sorry, I've got something in my throat. I don't know, it's all the snow shoveling, man. I'm getting
I've
things.
never shoveled snow in my life.
I have seriously, I'm not even exaggerating. There's actually 6 feet of snow on either side of my driveway right now. It is like there was just so much snow that once it gets plowed, man, it piles up like crazy on the sides of the streets. There was a snowbank in like next to my grocery store parking lot that's actually like 2.5 stories tall, and it's I don't know like for like 40 meters long. It's just there's so much snow because you can imagine with all the roads and shit we have here and over in the great North America. It piles up, man. When you put 60 centimeters on every bit of that empty road, and then you have to plow it all and put it all in the piles, it gets up there.
Yeah, jeez. The most we've ever had is like 2 feet.
Yeah, there you go.
Redden, boys.
Yeah. Well,
always shitty weather, but no snow. When it does snow, everyone crashes and doesn't know how to drive because they're all inept. Great stuff.
That sounds about right, actually. Yeah, that's like some places not even that far, honestly. Like, I mean, in the U.S., there's places that they get an inch of snow and it just gets totally shut down.
That's good for schools, at least.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, lots of snow
kids can
canceled
play
this
Dota.
week here.
Or CS, whatever they play these days.
Yeah. Damn kids. Well,
Ruining
Shadow
my
Demon's
kid.
been banned first phase every game so far today. We're gonna get to see him.
Now, do we see Luna?
Ah, the age-old question.
Or do they decide to go for something a little less, I suppose it's not cheesy, but...
Yeah, at some point it definitely
cheesy.
stops being cheese, because it's just like cheese at least has to have some element of like surprise. All right, there you go.
Wait, you mean like the complexity drafts and ability? Sorry, elimination
Oh yeah.
mode? That was some pretty clowny shit.
Yeah.
With the bristleback.
Swindles just tweets a giant tweeze, or a giant cheese after. That was pretty.
I mean, he has to be like the most annoying person to draft against when it comes to cheese.
I would imagine, yeah. He's always got something up his sleeve.
Even in Horn, like,
When I worked with him for a bit, I heard some shit that I was like, if you guys ever did that in a game, you might get like blacklisted. Like they had some cheesy ass shit that they never pulled, but I was waiting for it the whole time. I'd see these drafts and I'm just like, is this it? Is it gonna happen? And then I think they wimped out.
I used to scrim against a really old version of complexity, and it was not fun. A, we had to play in US ping, and B, they cheesed us every time.
Very friendly to play against, I'm sure.
I mean, it was good practice, I suppose, because we had to play on US servers, and it was fun scrimming them because they were better than a lot of other teams. Kappa, but
yeah. Well, that's NA Dota for you, you know.
Yeah, NA Dota is so free right now.
Well, we'll make our way further in this one. We're gonna lose the Underlord, which they played last game, although it didn't go too well. Looks like MVP.Hot6 have no ideas about going up against it. They don't want to do that, even with the Lifestealer. And they'll remove, once again here, Mr. Carl's Puck, who, as we discussed previously, had a pretty nice one. His Evoker's still there, which, I don't know, he hit some serious Sunstrikes, so perhaps with the Shadow Demon and a secondary support setup here with plenty of them still available, we could see something come out with an Evoker player.
You could hear it right now.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised Silence has been banned like first or second stage every game.
That 4-row silencer is pretty obnoxious. And like I think when you have a life stealer too, he's like super good with that hero because you just do these silence initiations like you have a bat rider, but instead of a bat rider lassoing and like doing that, it's just this life stealer that rips you apart in 2 seconds.
Don't get me wrong, it definitely is annoying to play against. It's just you don't see it that often, at least in the scenes in US and Europe.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's
like
a lot more niche.
yeah, more like those like I mean I guess Secret's been doing it, but other than that, it's pretty couple CIS teams and stuff. So sure is a hell of a lot of fun to play that hero though. You just like steal all this int, you get Helm of the Dominator, it gives you a little bit of attack speed, plus you get a creep to go and do shit, and then you're just like on the other side of the map, and your creep is the hero, and you just tab to your hero to press R, and then go back to the creep. That's true Dota right now, guys. You guys are welcome. That's how you actually play.
Pressing Q on creeps to push the wave. That's about the extent of his usage, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty well. But another.
Warlock, on the other hand, pretty good hero.
And MVP, they picked it again. I mean, I know it's not even close to the old iteration. There's no March here to play a mid Warlock, but there's just something in my heart that just it feels good when I see MVP with a Warlock in it, even if it's a totally different roster. You know.
Ryzen was on it, right?
Yeah, he would have been on at least one of those iterations.
I don't think it was the Hot6 one, but it was MVP Phoenix, maybe. I'm not sure.
He was definitely on MVP Phoenix for like 2 seconds recently as well, before TI, before Forev hopped back on. I think that's right. But either way, yeah. But yeah, it's no March, but still, they ran at support last time, just so you guys are aware. So I can't guarantee any god tier Warlock plays in the mid lane, and we'll be getting ourselves an Undying here too. So Undying and Ogre, some similar heroes. I'd rather have the Ogre though. I mean, with a Weaver, pretty good.
I'd rather have the Undying, dude.
Would you? You like that? Actually, we had a hilarious play yesterday. We had this mid Morphling, and he's sitting mid, and he's on super low HP because number one, there's an Undying harassing him. So with the decay, I guess he felt that it was like making more sense to just be ultra low anyway, and then for last sitting, and like he couldn't die theoretically until Undying just hit level 3, skilled up the second soul rip, and he actually one-shot this Morphling. It was so funny. There were just like 2 waves right next to each other, and he just soul ripped him from 100 to 0.
And that is why I'd rather be the Undying, because Ogre can't do that shit.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I had never seen that. Like, just the full-out nuke from an Undying that early in the game.
Pretty good, man. Soul Rip's a value point, but the reason I prefer it this game is like, you can put way more pressure as an Undying on a hero like Weaver than you can as Ogre. And it couples really nicely with Sand King in the lane. It puts so much pressure early. And Tinker's kind of ambitious here, I think, because Golem kills trees. Tombstone kills trees.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a hard time, like, until he gets to the point where he can, like, get his level 3 rearm. It's not gonna be safe just blinking into trees. He's gonna need, like, a frontline hero, so... They think it's an offlane Weaver? I'm not so sure about, but... They need some hero that, like, controls the team fight. Something like Tidehunter, or just a big tanky hero that gets in the front. Like Underlord, but that's banned.
Yeah, I can't say I'm really expecting an offlane Weaver here. Maybe, I guess because up against the Lifestealer, you could theoretically abuse it. And with, like, a Warlock and Undying, maybe that's possible. But at least in terms of actual counters, the Storm Spirit Bandit against the Tinker, not the wildest thing. I mean, they have a Lifestealer. Even if the hero's dead, they don't have any roots or any real natural Atos builders or anything, so they still don't have to deal with that.
10 seconds remaining.
In the right game, Storm can still be a small remnant of what he was.
Haha! Was that intentional?
I know, I
pun?
thought about it and I was like, should I say it? And I'm like, fuck it.
Oh, it was
Hopefully
good.
It doesn't catch on.
Oh, A+. Well, it is going to be a seemingly offlane Weaver here. I guess maybe even with a little bit of help from Ogre Magi, this makes quite a bit of sense. But we got another jug for the day. And it's going to be the other spirit. Not the Storm Spirit, it's the Imba Spirit. It's the Ember Spirit. He's going mid up against a Tinker here. So not too much fun for an Ember, honestly. But maybe he'll be getting a lot of help from his Undying, I guess.
I believe MVP have won Dota 2.
You think so? You like this?
The Young Minds had the exact same problem they had in the last draft. They don't have a playmaking hero. Like they have Ogre to like move around in the lanes, so their lanes might not be anywhere near as catastrophic as last game, but they suffer from this issue of like until Tinker gets like 7,000 net worth, what's the hero gonna do that like proactively? You need your supports to set everything up, or you need your Jug to be like a monster and be super overfarmed, so he can like play his way into positions that allow the rest of your team to excel. Whereas MVP, they have like two heroes that initiate fights pretty well in Ember Sand King. They have amazing follow-up with Lifestealer bursting someone down, and then when they get contested, they just drop bombs and a golem on the rest of them, and then they have really strong lanes overall. They have good ways of catching Tinker and Weaver as the game goes on.
Yeah.
I just see them having like a much better run at this game, and I think it's so hard to play when you don't have like an initiating hero. Like if you're relying on your Shadow Demon to go up and disrupt someone, good luck. And all the props to you if you make it work, because they're gonna have to do it through like winning their lanes and playing really well. You know, it's so much harder to execute this kind of game plan than it is to do what MVP's drafted. Because they have backup plans. They can always rely on like big team fight ults or something.
The battle
And it's kind of hard to explain, but you know, it just doesn't feel good.
No, just not digging it really.
No, especially being a support player in the past where it's like, oh no, I'm the Shadow Demon that has to run in and initiate. Oh no. What if I die? This is a disaster. The one thing they do have going for them though is they should win 2 lanes. Ogre can help out mid and then he can help out bottom, and they should comfortably win both of those lanes. Or at least the bottom lane will break even, which is kind of a win on the off lane. Their safe lane might be in some trouble though, because this Shadow Demon doesn't really have a place here. Just kind of here for sake of being here, I think.
Just trying to like spam out some spells on this Undying.
Yeah, and he missed like half of them, so. Like, Sand King just pushes the wave in, they fall. This lane's already going exceptionally well. And if they force the Ogre up here, they've already done their job, especially after denying this entire wave.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Not really anything too crazy this game. I guess everything's as expected. Doctor's got a pretty good hold at least. Oh, actually, no, there was a creep pulled by Carl too, so never mind. Right back to Carl's high ground here. And without the Ogre roaming onto the mid lane though, and no one dying, Doctor's okay for the first couple levels here. Just gonna try and CS with Flame Guard, but doing the best he can. 5 and 2 versus the 4 and 2. Things won't be too awful until Tinker. Well, actually, Tinker took a really early march.
Yeah, he also showed the animation as well, so Ember should know.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, you might cancel that animation, but I can understand not taking rockets because as long as he has Flame Guard up, you're not actually going to A, burn through it with rockets, and B, kill him with them. So taking March it progresses into your game better.
I guess he's feeling like he doesn't have the setup either where he's ever going to get into a situation where he can just like skill, you know, 2-2 and get the kill. And even if he did go like 2-2 and get the kill, then those rockets are still going to be relatively useless for a long time against Lifestealer and Ember. So might as well just skill into it now and abuse them with it. So makes a fair amount of sense.
You as well.
Yeah.
It's just better for the matchup, and it helps you scale a bit better into the game. So.
Jeez, that level 1 Chikuchi cooldown is just painful there for Risen. 12 full seconds, so you have 8 seconds of downtime where you have to try and survive. And so far it's working. He'll salve up, he run into the trees. Grace not able to find the damage there in time. But he will harass up another. Oh, well, let's look at that.
And Tombstone money.
Alright, well, that's a good find.
I don't understand why people skill Tombstone at level 2 ever. It dies instantly, and Soul Rip is like the best fucking skill on the hero at level 2. Like 2 minutes in, it's like such an insane nuke.
Yeah, Risen was trying to get the shrine in time, but he'd already used it. Well, I guess he wasn't trying to get the shrine. That's what I thought he was trying to do, but the shrine was already down, so instead he was trying to get to a neutral to deny himself, but not going to happen. So now he's already shrined. He's died down bottom. He used that salve, and he just TP'd back down there with no regen. So Risen not going to be having a very fun time, and his Ogre possibly in the same issue up here, but the Shadow Poison thrown out, and they'll back themselves away. Just every Shadow Word is just so painful on this Weaver. What level is it now? Is this just level 2? Damn. Takes like a third of his HP.
This is all based on the fact the MVP dual lane is scary enough to force the Ogre up here, so the Weaver's put into the solo lane instead, and it's just not quite as they'd probably envision it in the draft.
Grace actually gets a Arcade Rune too, so now he has mana to do 2 more Shadow Words if he wants, but he's actually heading back towards home.
Picking up his wall. Running middle for a gank, apparently.
You know, the level 3 Warlock gank, standard stuff.
He's just healing.
Doctor.
This is for support life, you know, you just walk across half the map to heal your core.
Oh, it's giving a lot of space to Risen, that's for sure. He's very happy about the current situation. Not being forced to lane anymore. Easy last hits if he can't get those. Actually, he's getting easy last hits. This is great. Very happy.
Yeah, game's looking up.
Wow, I
the
can't
lanes
believe
aren't
that.
going quite as badly as I thought they would. Tanking's still having a pretty fun time pop, but at least they killed him once.
Oh yeah, his last hits are sick. Dude, he is crushing it up here. I know he's a Saiyan King, but damn, dude. Alright, well, yeah. He's playing pretty aggressive. Fred gives a couple punches there. There's our tombstone once more. And 150 gold. So basically a kill on Saiyan King.
That's even better than a kill, I think. It completely annihilates the chance of them playing aggressive for like a minute. I don't know, I'm sure this is not the Undying build. You just feel so useless without Tombstone.
Risen continues to take some heat, and then this time it'll just be a defensive Shadow Word to help out Shuma. And just ensure these right clicks that are already doing nothing do even less. Jeez, Risen.
That was painful to watch.
Was this a attempted gank mid?
Yeah, they smoked over. It was kind of nice movement, but they went into the Tinker and then they just like whiffed the stun horribly. The Tinker was like here, and the Saiyan King stunned here. It was sad to watch.
Ah.
It would have been a free kill as well, because Ember had the remnants and he could have followed up quite comfortably. That would have been a nice use of their downtime in the top lane without Tomb, but no bueno, unfortunately.
Oh, well, they're going in here with a bloodlust to get Korea really moving here. And again, it's on the Reason. Not gonna opt. Oh, wow, he did it again. That money. Oh, Corito takes it. Not gonna hand it over to the core.
We need a Tombstone counter.
That's 3, right?
4, I think.
Is it really?
It's at least 3, but maybe 4. I just want to know who's getting them and how much money it is, because it's so much money.
Back in the Beastmaster Glory days, that was one of the things that I would do for like teams. Would be you could actually track like certain players fed away so much on Beastmaster, it was actually disgusting. Like how much gold and experience they fed away to supports.
Oh, with the Hawks.
Yeah, with the Hawks and the Boars, it was an absolutely absurd degree. You could actually get like a level and a half as a support up against certain Beastmaster players that played it like all the time.
It's small things like that. You kind of need something to tell you, and then you realize that.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh shit, this is actually a bigger deal than you thought.
Yeah. It's it can get a little painful.
Believe it or not, the other players are not always as intelligent as they seem. Like, they play the game on feeling a lot. And sometimes, you know, something that seems obvious is not even in their mind.
Is Doctor living here, do you think?
He's a space creator.
He's a spaceman right now, dude. He is. He's going up to... Oh, alright, that's Soul Rip, though.
Deny him.
Lasts a little bit longer.
Need more free money.
Creeps weren't helping out. Oh, there you go, yeah. More Tombstone, here you go. And
it's
the
swarm
bugs, though.
time.
Alright, these bugs are actually pretty. He's got Sandstorm back up. Actually, Light's fine. Toss that buggy off. Reason not so lucky, though. He's getting abandoned here. It's
The
nice. Like,
neutral.
you're on your own, dude. Nothing. Well,
Pretty good for young minds, though. They rotate their Weaver,
yeah.
collect a bit of free monies.
Radiant's top
They might
tower
lose their
is
offline
under
tower for
attack.
this, though, because Warlock has a
Dire's
DD.
bottom tower is under
At the
attack.
same time,
Already
the
low.
it was the Sand King got the gold on the Radiant, though. So guy who's already pretty rich.
Dire's bottom
He's
tower
doing fairly well.
is
Cobbed to his own mid. Then again, maybe that's just more of the mid's a little bit down there. But
Dire's
Blink
middle
Dagger,
tower
talk
is
about
under
playmaking heroes. They'll say, oh, damn it. I saw Ticker TP down bottom. But they got the kill up top. Epicenter. I don't know how that happens onto a jug. Oh, he went for an Omni Slash play. Looks like he probably got disjointed or something and then into an immediate epicenter. But apologies, friends. Sorry, guys. I'm not usually the play-by-play.
You have that excuse for a long time to come, right?
Yeah, I feel I can at least ride that out for a little bit longer.
Dire's middle tower
Okay, dude, we'll make your transition as smooth as possible.
Shuma. He's in the jungle. He's helping out Grace. Let him get up to level 6. Unfortunately, he says leave him a little bit vulnerable. So he'll
He's
be dove
baiting.
by the time he gets here. Now, but Doctor in here. Look at that damage. The Root Lord onto Risen. So Ogre pays. And Risen already having used the time lapse. Oh, the jukes. Nice. That's pretty sick. Good choice. I mean, no detection. It's pretty unlikely to get him anyway, but it was nice.
Yeah, they burn off your remnants, trade a support for support,
fortified.
gives them some space to put some damage on the tier 1 top.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Very menial trade, so when the Tinker just ends up dying for free.
Alright, Dota 2. So he just goes to the rune and dies. Meanwhile, back up top where the expected action was. Just a 2-man decay. There you go. Wow, thank God we caught that. That was close.
Oh man, the casual tombstone, now you can farm the way.
Well, we really need someone to just come over and farm this thing. Give us up to like 6. That's the real
I
play.
reckon the play is you tombstone this, and you just sit here and stack and you farm that. That's gotta
Oh,
be
yeah?
the play,
You think
right?
so? Just right up here, yeah. Okay, that's actually
Huh?
pretty good. I like it.
Oh shit, everyone's gonna do it in pubs now.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That
Actually, no,
that
it
seems
doesn't
pretty
matter
good.
if a caster says something who no one knows and doesn't respect, then it really doesn't matter what I say, right? No one's gonna copy or imitate it.
No, that's true. And then if they actually do, then you can like clip this and get the evidence right there. But
Yeah,
defensive disruption by Rico up top. And defending himself. Nice bugs. 3 heroes, but the golems are dropped. Risen does have a time lapse back up, and now he's at a mana. RKO walked on down. Meanwhile, in the back lines, it's Light being focused. No Blink Dagger, so this Ignite isn't exactly that cumbersome yet. But he is about to have that Blink.
That's still a pretty good trade though, like just losing their support for the golem isn't anywhere near as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, that's true. Question is
That
if they can
being
get
said,
anything else
that
out of it.
Tinker-
Carl, yeah, they still have a root, but RKO gets there in time.
Now they're Shadow Demon.
That's the true
Oh.
support life. Oh, he lives, and he turns to the Purge as well.
Hey, man down. Purge's a creeper, right?
Yeah, he purged something that was not a hero. That is for sure.
Oh,
I
poor
saw
guy.
he definitely did the hand dab, but nothing there. Bots now up here for Carl.
At the end of the day, it's still a tower for the golem use, so it's not too bad. You normally want to use it to secure the tower, and then if you get a kill, then great. If not, the objective's a bit more important early on. Kills are a lot less important.
Yeah, we just caught the blink reveal from Light up top there. So with the help of the golem and the blink dagger, they're able to take him down with an epicenter. Nicely
Oh,
done
yeah.
there.
Normally you just see people farm with them, but it does last a really long time.
Well, Invis rune as well as the veil here for Doctor. And he is just pumping the damage onto Carl. But can't get there in time from Light. The ultra mobility of Sand King, not there yet. So we have our Helm the Dominator on the Fred. Maybe we'll see some smoke up action with these boots of travel from the Tinker, because I think he's max laser now. Oh, he's 3 laser. He went 4 in the March.
Yeah, this is pretty common.
Yeah. I thought maybe
Question
he would
is-
skip, like, I thought he might go like 4 laser and just 1 in rocket or something. But anyway, burst initiation here in the mid lane. Jumping on out from Shuma. He will take down the Shadow Demon, but the Purge was already there. Now it's Fred coming with an Omni Slash. So a lot of creeps though, but he's getting some spin action. He's going for Grace. But he can't quite find him. Centaur's there to follow up. If he actually gets a stun out on it, and he can't the time before it goes down. Now the healing ward dropped down. Still only the 1 death so far in this engagement. Shuma moving on forward there with the armlet. Turning back though, dropping low. Got to watch out for that ignite. And he's still getting off toggles for now though, and he will make it back. No DOT on him over time. And light. Soul Rip. Kind of living. Nope, he's dead. And the chains, maybe they can do something, but they don't quite have the AoE damage coming out yet from Doctor. He's got the remnants if he wants to try and go for a turnaround play. It would be risky, but God, would he ever pump it out with these chains? There's still so many chains going, and now flying through it's only going to get those 2. And a long extended fight pays off with Shadow Words and chains from the Radiant side. Definitely the kind of battles they want to take, with an Omni Slash doing essentially nothing. And now they're ready to press on forward with Golems back up, Epicenter back up. They have actually no cooldowns to worry about.
Yeah, that's such a favorable fight for them, considering they can immediately like punish when they respawn. Having their ult still available is just like so nice for them now. It's
And
a
level
pretty
4
long cooldown.
Tombstone. Oh yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now slightly harder to kill.
Was it 7? Is that right? Yeah.
6, 7? Oh yeah, 7, geez. It's really hard to kill a Tombstone in these kind of fights now though, because they've got so many tools to zone them away between Epi, Golem, bombs, Ember damage. Like, his laning stage Tombstones were not very successful, but in team fights they're going to be a real big menace if they don't place them too defensively.
There was one nuisance though, and that is the fact that they still have level 4 March, which is just eating through these creep waves.
Can fight into it with a Golem, I think, though, if you get a really good engagement.
How about an Infest Bomb?
Oh, yeah, that was implied, I suppose. Like, I more meant, like, if you just get on top of them when there's only 1 march, you can kind of deal with it, because you're pretty far ahead.
This is a nice
Right
word.
now.
They want him on this wave. Shadow Demon's pinging though. He seems to know this is going on. Yeah, he's going to go to the tower, but Shadow Demon again caught out immediately. Tinker TP canceled. Scan is there. And Risen not going to follow up on and through. So good wrap from both sides there.
Dire's middle tower is under
They have successfully dodged, and they also know the ward's there, so that's going to get dewarded when the area is safe, and they can continue buying a bit of time for their Tinker to finish off his blink, and Joker to push this 2 on.
Yeah. Carl got a lot
they
of
still
that
have
too.
Golem,
tower is under attack.
so there's no reason for them to, like, slow down the pace. They're going to keep looking for fights. Have to worry somewhat about the split push.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Push the overlanes out, and then look to go again, I suppose.
This is a max Ignite Ogre.
Boo.
What is this? This isn't the
Not how you
position
play Ogre,
7
dude.
Ogre. This guy's not an Ogre player.
He needs to talk to Solo.
the one true build, man. 1-1-4. Then you just...
They've
I mean-
ruined it. No more stats.
Oh, that's
Have
true,
to
I
actually
suppose.
max your skills now.
Yeah. The
It's
same with Witch
depressing.
Doctor too, where it's like no one was even taking his other skills. I think the hero like got better because everyone's like, oh, you know, Maledict's actually kind of cool early on if I can get it. But either way, RKO gonna find Lifestealer. Light though, right behind this tree with the Epicenter. He actually can find a sick burrow. It's on a 2 with the Golems as well. Fred is eating all of this. Gets to spin off in the last second, but even right clicks might be enough to finish him down and out. Oh, he's still spinning. We gotta find the other side too. They will get Fred though, and Tinker caught as well from Doctor. Well, damn. Not the initiation. Shuma just didn't even feel that at all.
Just like right here on Sand King, right?
Sand King's a hero, dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the spot wrote in, that's exactly where he was, right? Just behind the cluster.
Oh,
of
yeah, he
trees.
was literally sitting right here.
Yeah, that ward sees him.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, the trees were there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You goon.
Point. Okay, yeah.
Point
The
taken.
golem killed the trees. Yeah. fair
Yeah.
enough. Thank you.
That's
I
okay.
was wondering why they didn't back off, but you know,
No, you're
there's
safe.
a lot of shit, you know.
This whole Dota game, there's some particles that that fly out here. But now it's Fred. Trying to walk himself away. Got an Echo Saber here on the Shuma, though. Give him the love now. And Omni Slash basically to try and save himself. Not going to work. Doctor, back, out, back. And Carl's being chased. He will get the blink away. And it looks like he'll get away. But now they're just back onto a tower. And these missiles at this point are essentially just canceling the blink of the Sand King is all they're actually good for.
They're just so far ahead now, though. It's like this Ember Spirit and Nate's very comfortable doing whatever they want in the fights. They don't really have a threat. There's very few forms of control, so they can toggle and remnant their way to safety pretty comfortably most of the time. And that's without Golem and Effie. That they're just happy taking that tier 2 when things could maybe like contest them. It's only going to get worse. They're definitely going to be like keeping this pressure off, and the only heroes that are going to get farm are probably Jug and Tinker, and the other 3 heroes are just going to be like irrelevant.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And this is not where you want your Weaver to be. Like, yes, it would be really nice if in 5 to 10 minutes he gets his Axe, and then they can kind of counter-initiate through that. But that's like the entire purpose of this hero at this point. That and to use Medallion and Swarm to maybe scout some people.
It doesn't even feel like there'll be at a point where that Agnums is going to turn anything around in the team fights, though.
I mean, you can dream, I suppose.
I guess the logic is kind of sound, though, in a lot of ways, because it's like that whole idea of the burst initiation of the Infest bombs is... We watch Light go down here. On the other side of the map, Doctor's killing someone, but we're going to see if Carl gets chased down here. He's got a blink. Oh, wow, jeez. Holds on to a little bit right there. They're going for some plays here on Ashuma. A little bit of Medallion, a little bit of chase here, but has Infest if he really needs it. Not going to opt for it, though. Yeah, Risen just going to time last back once he gets a couple people there. So our Ember Spirit picked off the Ogre. Looks like probably just up top. Just Ogre trying to do Ogre things.
Yeah, he dropped his remnants, and now he's in trouble. Oh, never mind. He only dropped 2 of his remnants to get the kill and still have. Sorry guys, I am, I had a shit sleep. I'm not on the ball. You can flame me on Twitter, I'm sorry.
Don't forget to follow and flame on Twitter. Yeah, there you go. In the
You
description.
don't even need
Got
to
him.
follow, just flame me.
Here in Epi,
take the
but
beating.
it's a long reach, but he'll find it. Thanks to a Searing Chains there. Set up onto our Juggernaut RKO, another disruption, and, well, probably another death. Gets smoke delivered on the courier. Not gonna help.
Gets taunted in the face. By the Undying.
Yeah, I mean, with a taunt like that, though, I feel like you should be just spamming that the whole game.
It's a nice taunt. I don't even know what my taunt button is. I need to fix that.
I put mine on T. I thought it was appropriate.
I've had stop on T since like Dota 1 days.
Stop. Oh, wow, jeez, look at you. Aren't you special?
It's so much more comfortable than S for me, I don't know.
Keybinds. That's a conversation that always ends up productively and no one's ever on just stupid sides for no reason. That's a, that's a classic.
It's just like whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I still don't care. I love it when I watch streamers who have like 7 binded to stuff that they use like all the time. And I'm just like, where's your hand on this keyboard? I just like can't even imagine.
It could be they use a Naga or something though, and then 7 is actually on their mouse instead.
Oh, that's true.
I used to do that, but like I don't really have many binds for Dota. I have like the runes bound to my mouse, then I've got the control groups. That's about it, you know. I'm no mechanic of God. I just play simple heroes.
I just play some support, you know. Well,
Less so these days, actually. I'm just a core picker now. I've done my supporting duties. Now I just play core and say everyone has to support me, and it feels good.
yeah, paid your dues.
That's literally what I say, you know. I supported for like 3 years, and I'm done with this shit. I'm not supporting a pub. I'm on my high horse now. Just like MVP should be on theirs. They have a mech as well now, so Infest Bomber, everything at the ready.
Force staff, golems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have vision on this Jug as well. I'm surprised if they're moving away from him.
Maybe thinking Tinker's gonna get greedy and farm in here or something. Oh no, they're just going to the. They're on the next level, next camp gank here. Light. Oh, I'm going to leave with the Epi. Well, they definitely don't need it. Holy, he is paper. Okay.
He was like already pretty low, but Jugs needs to be ahead of Lifestealer for any chance of winning a man fight or looking remotely tanky at all.
Other 4 heroes are making their way over here, but the sports will back up.
Tower is under attack.
Like this trio of items on Lifestealer around the 20-minute mark is just
Is under attack.
the strongest hero will ever be in the game.
Yeah.
Attack.
And if you leave him with this farm for like the next 20 minutes, he'll still be pretty strong when he actually connects with you.
It's like the Blink Echo. And, well, it used to be Helm on Sven, but now it's kind of just like
Dire's
Armlet
bottom tower has fallen.
due to the item
Oh, it's
changes
still
and stuff.
Helm.
But
Radiant's middle
Or at least
tower
one
is
game I
under
cast.
attack.
yeah, I feel like it's... Yeah, I mean, it just depends if you're just like rushing or going a little bit slower. But yeah, or Helm. Either way, but same idea basically. Just those ridiculous core items. How much damage you can output.
Lifestealer is just one of the best heroes at like taking these few items, and his damage is just insane.
Light's
The
doing a
hero's
little bit of
just so
split
good now.
push work here to make sure the Tinker doesn't get too out of control. Comes back in near the Radiant, but without Sand King. Kind of hard for them to jump on him.
This is actually like not the worst idea to smoke in and try and catch them out. Sure, there's an Aegis, but they know this in a sense point. The issue is like, how do they engage a fight ever favorably? They kind of rely on MVP somehow botching their initiation, then counterplaying with Shadow Demon and hoping to God they're fighting like Tinker Marches and lasers. You know, they're extremely defensive and reactive team. They're not very proactive until Tinker gets like a Hex, or maybe Jug gets a Blink and a Basher, but that's all a long ways away.
Yeah, is it ever?
Especially with the amount of farm they're getting. Like, Jug's net worth hasn't moved in like 3 minutes. Tinker's is only moving because he can get to take parts of the map to farm where MVP aren't.
Alright, Shuma's had enough of this. It's raiding on the tower. Gonna lose. Oh, no. My mistake. Not gonna lose his Aegis. Nice infest there. Ditching out that bug, too, because he was starting to get seriously low in the armor. And blink out from Doctor. Not going to find anyone, though. Blink in from the Ogre. And they'll get 2 with the Roots. One's a Shadow Demon, though, so self-destructed. Corito gets the Shrine, but there is a Golem onto a couple other ones. Down, dead, and rooted. He's dead, too. Oh, hey, how about one more? Carl to fall. Remnant back in. Buyback on the Weaver. Good Omni on the pick, though. Gets himself an Ember.
Dire structures are fortified.
Fred
they
can be
might
slightly
manage
happy.
to delay their acts with the buybacks.
Yeah, Fred's just kind of spinning back there, but damage is still here from a Lifestealer. It is still a Deso. And he'll get the tier 3. Initiated. That is our dieback Weaver if he goes down. Have the Shikuchi back up. No detection right away. And he is still bootsless, though, so can have a couple issues here. There is a sentry as well. Gabs to dive himself back over there. Do they have any more on them? Don't think so.
I think this is sound of the retreat. They did enough damage, they got the tier 3, so shrines are open. They're currently without their most important hero slash ultimates.
Yeah, you can see Shuba's drafting up a plan as well. Putting the arrow top, saying, yo, Ember, when you're up, push this way, I'll farm jungle, we'll meet up. It'll be great. And
Then we will slay.
yeah, grab the last tier 2.
I actually think going for the shrines is a bit of a better play, because you want to kind of... I suppose if you get the tier 2 quick enough, then you've got time to like kill that before you want to control the Roche pit.
Yeah. Take
That
that
being
fight
said,
right away.
It's not like they can contest Roche very easily, because Tinker's in a super compromised position. It's like, again, there's no front line for his team, so sure, the Weaver can swarm, give a load of vision, and the Jug might be able to like go in with a Manta, but they can just kind of ignore that for the most part, with at least some of the heroes, and then find the Tinker.
Oh, Light looking up top. Not going to find him, though. He's pinging out. I think he wants a Tinker Ward up here.
Wouldn't be a
Warlock,
bad
I'll buy
idea.
them up. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll buy the wards. They're coming, please. Don't hurt me. Is he buying a pipe too? Are they doing the double pipe strat?
Who?
Or I guess, well, Reason already is the hood, but yeah, Warlock and Undying are currently eyeing up some pipes.
Dire's top
Oh,
tower
there's no reason to not double it up anymore, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, against a Tinker, if there's any hero. The only other item you would do this on would be Blade Mails against this bastard, but not quite as good with a Warlock.
Yeah, exactly. You'd rather just keep your wave alive. And this Tinker could be very well found out now. He hits his stun.
Oh, why didn't he force? Oh, his force that was on cooldown. Okay, that's why.
It's going to be a lot easier once he finishes his yours. And any sort of vision's going to be GG for Tinker. Going to rely on the rest of his team burning him out.
Jeez, Jug is some far down here. Fred's getting some farm done. She's not been able to do that for quite a while, so nice, a nice little breather for him. However, his base is about to be under siege. Doctor, a ways away from the Octarine core. Might not have it for the next engagement here.
I don't think they need to necessarily do too much unless it's favourable. They can play the long game, but the second they see like good chances where the Tinkers doesn't have much prep, they
They're
can
in
go
a
up
little
and, like,
deep
dive
here,
like
honestly. Shuma, no more Force Staffs left, but okay. Rage's on cooldown. He gets blinded. And Epicenter coming through though. Light. He does find the Tinker. And the Golem's on to 3 as well. How about some chains? Just had to find that one perfect moment to eliminate
They
3.
just don't do enough, unfortunately. The Tinker got like 3 or 4 matches, 2-3 lasers. Half of their team's like nearly dead, and they don't care, you know. They just see Tinker, they drop their shit, and he falls.
Yeah. 500 GPM up on them. Pretty ridiculous lead. 30 minutes. In fact, it's actually jumping up another almost 5k to 20,000 at 30 minutes.
Again, it just kind of stems from the fact that their draft doesn't have a playmaker. Whereas MVP, you know, they've dictated the entire pace of the game on Sand King initiations, Warlock ults, and even if they didn't have that, they still have an Ember who's been playing pretty well and had a huge impact in all these fights.
Yeah, he is. Grabs
And then they
another 2
also
there.
have this carry, you know, who just like goes and does stuff the entire game, kills heroes, makes space, hits towers.
I'm actually gonna back away to the shrine, it seems. I'm gonna focus that on down. Is that a BKB sinking? Look at this guy.
Hey, Foggo, it's yours. Makes sense.
Yep.
No more match cancelling your blink and all this annoying crap.
Just the GG item in this case.
Oh man, he didn't take the Sandstorm DPS. That's double DPS, dude. Sorry, 50% extra, not double. Who needs respawn time when you have a BKB? I mean, come on.
That actually sounds awful. I had no idea that was a talent. 50
Yeah, that is
sandstorm.
actually garbage. Like, what?
Whoever sandstorms, like when you use it for more than a second, that's pretty funny.
The only reason you even level it up is for the cooldown reduction. The
Yeah.
mana cost.
That's pretty bad. There are some truly garbage talents in this game.
Yes, there are. I really hope that they iron them out.
They're getting there for sure. I mean, a bunch of those like 15 movement speeds get killed in the last patch.
Yeah, but the problem is they also buffed some of them, and then it's like, do you really want 20 move speed? Fortunately, sometimes the answer is yes. I always used to take the move speed on Ember, but I learned that was garbage pretty quickly.
Oh, light. Oh, what? Oh, his blink was on cooldown. Well, whatever.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's Slimmer.
Alright, that was
Nice.
actually quite the save.
Nice.
Got him. Is this the turnaround moment, guys? 2 racks down. They found it. Grace. Yeah. Oh my god, he died and found. Okay. I actually thought that there was going to be so sad. Lifestealer's on the run.
He's
Man.
fine.
He's going back in.
Fight me. Go, boys.
He doesn't even know what he wants.
He wants his Warlock ally so they can end the game. That's what he really wants.
He's going to go mid. He's going to join up with his creep wave and try and hide inside.
Nah, yeah, screw that fun.
Doctor's got his Octarine core. He wants a solo kill.
He just wants to push the waves in, you know. There's nothing they can do about this. It's like the Jug from, I think it was first game? He can just do whatever he wants and he can always get out. As long as he has a Remnant and doesn't play like for too long. That's it. You got 45 seconds. Even without a Remnant all the way back, he can probably still Remnant away and then Blink away and then Bots away. So they just have very little catch. The best initiation is a Glimmered Ogre. Pretty sad.
There's the playmaker. Found him.
Tinker's like halfway to a Hex, I guess, but... where's the follow-up? Hex is only good if you're like looking to pick them off or you've actually got control of the team fight. Don't get me wrong, like it's not like you can get any other item and suddenly change the game. Hex is probably the best one.
Oh, Doctor, man, he is hunting here.
He's dead.
He found himself a Tinker. But, not level 25 yet? Oh, got him.
Don't matter to the Doctor.
Don't matter.
Walk down the Dutch and woohoo. Meanwhile in the face. Massacre. Pillage and rape.
Here you go, though. We have the double buybacks now, though.
Yeah, Zach's on Weaver, woohoo. Can finally be the defensive counter-initiating hero they needed. And they have shrines, so it's feasible they defend. If MVP don't just, you know, blink halfway into their base with BKB and a rock.
Golem them, yeah.
Yeah, like they don't have to worry about the march, they just pipe that, Lifestealer infests someone and they just go, you know. The longer they wait,
Alright,
the worse it gets.
we're still 10 seconds away from the next pipe, but they're going with this wave nonetheless. Glimmer there for the Tinker. There was a Tinker there, believe it or not. Omni Slash and Juggernaut. See how long he lives when he comes out is a real question. Actually, it's Schumann who goes down first, but he has the Aegis. Sandstorm, no DPS going to work here once again here. Sad life. He's just chilling though. He's dancing away. And Doctor still level 23. Light coming in, nice two-man burst, striking dope. And now following on up, Jug is just he's dead. The game is just dying right now. Holy.
You'd expect a game with like $18 million prize pools to not break like this.
I don't know. It breaks for spectators whenever those kind of fights happen, or when the Darkseer walls come out.
Do you have a zoomed out camera? Does that make any difference?
No, it doesn't matter in those when it comes to Darkseer and stuff. Honestly, it just always like lags like crazy. Something in the server, like it's something with the server to the spectator, because it obviously doesn't happen to the players, or else they would complain. But it
happens with Monkey King ult. That's about the only thing.
Oh yeah, that happens to players, obviously. That's a tactical FPS drop. I think it says it in the skill description.
Yeah.
Makes it debilitating for the entire game, everyone, both sides. But MVP, finally, they take themselves a pretty good looking win here. Honestly, it was good strategy, good tactics. You said it, the initiations and stuff, the playmakers. I could see it, I felt it. Only took 36 minutes.
I feel like it's the same story as the other series, so if they got handed it on a silver platter, like they did well enough in their lanes, and then the heroes got to a point where they can make the plays they needed to make. Then they just did them,
and so they were done.
Yeah, and like it sounds really, really harsh, but it's just like you need a way of not letting someone just do their game plan flawlessly. Like they didn't really make many mistakes because they were never put in a bad position at all. Their game was super simple. Like if you're playing this kind of game, you're just like kicking back, making jokes, everything's easy. Because you know they have no play on you at all. That game could go on for another 30 minutes and there still would be very minimal amounts of plays despite how good of a hero Tinker is.
I know what you mean though, like